sit by the window and let the world slide past. Fields, roads, houses, all moving too fast. Everything behind me fades into blur, like most of my life did, without asking first. Streetlight stations, names on the signs, places that stay while I pass through mine. People go home, people belong. I keep riding forward with the same old song. I watch the glass turn into a mirror when the outside dark gets deep enough, and half the time I can't tell what I'm seeing, my own face or all the years I lost. I got good at moving without arriving, good at staying up while something inside me slept, good at watching whole pieces of life go by and telling myself not to feel that yet. Behind the bus window, the whole world disappears. Town after town, like the last 20 years. I sit there alone while the night rolls on, like I've been in transit my whole life long. Everything passes, nothing asks me to stay. It all falls behind in the same old way, and I keep looking out like I'll finally find a place that feels like it was meant to be mine. I was 7 when I said yes too young, didn't know what that one small answer was. Other kids at kitchens, tables, normal days. I had a treatment home and learned to go quiet that way. Wanted to wake up, go downstairs slow, talk about school, have somewhere to go, call and say I'm sleeping at a friend's tonight, like I had a normal childhood waiting in the light. But by 15 I was already living alone, not in a flat, but inside my own skull. Too much noise in my head, too much distance in my chest. Too young to be this tired, too old to still ask for help. So I learned how to shut whole feelings down, put them under the floor and carry on. That's why I can watch beautiful things go by and still feel like half of me is gone. Behind the bus window, the whole world disappears. Town after town, like the last 20 years. I sit there alone while the night rolls on, like I've been in transit my whole life long. Everything passes, nothing asks me to stay. It all falls behind in the same old way, and I keep looking out like I'll finally find a place that feels like it was meant to be mine. Then I moved back home with anger in my blood, lived with my dad while life kept turning rough. In the last 5 years I carried what I could, watched him fade slowly while trying to keep the house good. That kind of grief starts long before death, when every day takes a little that's left. So when he died, it wasn't one clean break, it was the end of a loss I'd been forced to watch and take. Now I go to work, I do what I must, 9 hours bought, so I trade them for enough. Then I sit on the bus with my headphones on, watching the dark eat everything I've known. Maybe that's why I keep staring out at roads that don't care who I've been, because the world outside keeps moving clean while mine still drags everything in. I see beauty in flashes, fields in rain, street lamps bleeding gold on the glass, but the feeling never stays long enough before it turns into another thing that's past. Behind the bus window, the whole world disappears. My past in the dark, my breath in my ears. I sit there alone while the night feels lived, not just carried instead. Behind the bus window, I fade with the light, a ghost with a ticket, just riding through night, still watching the world like one day I'll see something out there that still waits for me. So I sit by the window and let the world go. Fields, roads, houses all buried below, and somewhere between where I've been and what's next, I keep riding alone with the weight in my chest.